The human population has rapidly declined and Flandor is the last city where humans live. It is formed of several glass domes called canbels, where each canbel represents a city block connected to other such blocks by glass tubes, while the outside of the city is filled with dangerous monsters called as lycanthropes. Cufa Vampire is a handsome man and a skilled soldier of the White Knights Guild. He has entered the city of Flandor to complete his latest task. Cufa is hired as personal tutor and attendant of Melida Angel. She's a young girl who belongs to a noble family. Unlike other family members, she doesn't own mana and is mocked for having no talent. Mana is a gifted power that lets a person gain unusual skills and increase his physical abilities. Melida's grandfather, Lord Mordru, suspects Melida is not the biological daughter of the family, but a result of her deceased mother's affair with another man. The actual task given to Cufa is identifying if Melida has any chances of awakening her mana. Otherwise, Cufa has to kill her. Unaware of this, Melida keeps training hard to prove herself and achieve her dream of becoming a part of the highest-ranked guild called Crest Legion. Just in a day, Cufa has realized that what Lord Mordru suspected was true. But his heart melts for the little girl seeing her dedication and decides to take a huge risk of granting mana artificially. He asks Melida if she's willing to trust Cufa and risk her life in order to achieve mana. After getting a positive response, Cufa drinks a mysterious drug and kisses Melida. The drug causes a part of Cufa's samurai mana to transfer into Melida. However, it's less powerful than the paladin mana owned by the Angel family, but it's enough to prevent Melida from getting killed. The drug does not show after effects on Melida, but Cufa suggests she keep it a secret till the school's tournament. The week passes swiftly and it's the battle day Melida was waiting for anxiously. She gets to fight against Nerva, the girl who used to always make fun of Melida's inability. The match starts. Everyone is left in shock on seeing Melida using the mana. She even uses the techniques she only saw Cufa use during the training. She kept practicing them in secret. After winning the first match, she rushes to tell her father, Felgus Angel, whom she never gets to talk to. Though he gives a cold response, Cufa assures him that if Melida keeps working hard, she will soon make her place in the Angel family. On the bright side, Nerva has realized her mistake and apologizes to Melida for her abusive behavior. The struggle doesn't end here. Melida wants to keep increasing her strength like her cousin Elise, who has become more skillful after getting Rose de Prickett as her trainer. Rose is the youngest member of Crest Legion who awakened her mana at a very young age despite being a part of a lower class family. After the tournament, Melida starts preparing for the upcoming Circlet Night Festival. Cufa seems clueless about such festivals as he lived in the low social living quarters in the Eternal Night. Melida excitedly tells him the details and shows him the costume all Academy students will wear. Melida has waited really long for this day to wear the same dress as her dear cousin Elise. However, Elise is forced by her guardian to wear a different, more valuable dress. The guardian wants her to surpass Melida in every way and become the next heir of the family. Elise gets upset that she can't enjoy the festival fully and runs away to an isolated place. Melida follows her to console. Suddenly, they are encountered by a strange man covered in bandages. He abducts both the girls and seals their mana. Williams is a half-lycanthrope from the Grimfist Guild that is instructed to do the risky experiment of transferring Elise's paladin mana into Melida. As Melida doesn't want to harm her cousin, she resists the experiment. Though her mana is sealed, Cufa taught her to use the surrounding objects to the fullest for survival. After sneaking away from Williams, she uses a piece of flame bird cloth from Elise's dress and the fire-igniting stone from the tiara to create a weapon. They have almost reached the exit, but Williams catches them. Fortunately, Cufa was informed by Melida's father about her disappearance and he has come with Rose to rescue Melida. Rose takes care of the rest of the lycanthropes while Cufa follows Williams. He has already created a huge, powerful lycanthrope to fight. Williams cuts off his hand to seal away his mana, but he is unaware of Cufa's real identity. Cufa is also a half-lycanthrope. He gets into his full vampire form and reattaches his hand. Vampire is the most powerful class of lycanthropes. After killing the monster, he instructs William to pass his desired message to the client. Cufa has realized that Lord Mordru had sent Williams because he doubts Cufa. Therefore, he threatens Williams to lie to Lord Mordru that he has left Melida because he sensed paladin mana in her. After solving this matter, they get back to enjoying the festival. Cufa promises Melida that he will always stay beside her and will make her able to become a high-rank warrior. Meanwhile, Cufa's boss suspects him and sends Black Media to investigate. A few days pass peacefully. It's time for the next Luna Lumiere selection tournament, a competition held between St. Friedeswide's Academy and St. Dotrich Girls' Academy to get the title of Luna, the most exemplary lady of the school. Each academy proposes 2 cadets for the tournament. Surprisingly, both Melida and Ellis get chosen. In this competition, each cadet will compete in a group of 3 students and try to get the medals from rival groups. The one with the highest number of medals wins. The competition will be held in the Glassman Palace after a few days of training, and all external connections will be cut off till the end of the tournament. The selection of both heirs of the Angel family is not a coincidence. The results were manipulated by Mrs. Othello, the head maid of Ellis's family. When Cufa reveals the secret, Mrs. Othello confesses her mistake and says she wants to prove that Ellis is the deserving heir of the Angel family. Hearing this, Melida makes a deal that if she wins against Ellis, Mrs. Othello will let Ellis form a unit with Melida. In the middle of the night, Ellis comes to meet Melida and tells her that she will lose intentionally so they can form a unit together. Ellis doesn't care about status, she just wants to be Melida's little sister. Meanwhile, Cufa finds out about the Black Media arrival and asks her to stay back. However, she suspects Cufa and warns that she will kill Melida soon. Rose comes there too, so Media has to rush away. She is from the class of clown who has the ability to copy skills of any class of lycanthropes, making her a dangerous opponent. Regardless of the danger Media can bring, the tournament continues. Melida trains hard with her teammates Nerva and Shenfa. The days pass quickly and it's time for the battle. Everyone is gathered at the palace while Cufa is patrolling outside and searching for Media. He finds a student from the St. Dotrich Academy sneaking out suspiciously. Cufa suspects her as Media in disguise but realizes his mistake when she introduces herself as Mule L'Amour and shows her mana. However, she has also been doing some suspicious activities on her own. Meanwhile, in the castle, Ellis is standing strong in her fight against Melida. She finally speaks out her heart and tells that she avoids fighting because she doesn't want to know that Melida is less powerful than her. Ellis never wanted to become number 1. She wants to stand behind Melida and follow her. Hearing this, Melida shows her full strength and promises Ellis that she will always be her big sister whom she can rely on. Suddenly, Media enters from behind disguised as Nerva. Before she could harm Melida, Cufa takes her out and gives her a letter to pass on to their boss, whom they call his father. The results are announced. This year, the tournament was won by the cadet from St. Dotrich Academy. However, Cufa is still wondering who helped Mrs. Othello in her task. As an after celebration, the girls of both academies plan a party in the library. As it's hidden in the water stream, patrol ladies don't go there. On this occasion, Melida gets a chance to develop a friendship with Mule and Salacha Shixel. Mule tells them a creepy story of a witch that kills young girls to snatch their hearts. They all get more scared when the lights go off. A mysterious existence appears between them. It's the witch. Everyone runs to save their lives. Later, it turns out that it was Rose and Cufa who scared them because the girls planned a secret party without permission from the academy. The following week, a training trip to Shangarda has been planned by the academy. It's Rose's hometown. Her adoptive father wants her to get married on the trip, but she doesn't want to. Therefore, she requests Cufa to act as her lover for a while. Rose always shows interest in Cufa, but he usually avoids her, but this time he agrees to help. However, when he meets her father, Blossom Prickett, he finds Cufa's face familiar to a dead person he met 7 years ago. That person was a 12-year-old boy who was the mastermind behind a huge killing in the town. Later in the assembly, a student falls unconscious and Blossom suspects Cufa. These events make Cufa uncomfortable and he isolates himself. Meanwhile, Melida is hearing strange voices in her head. She hears them in Shangarda as well. When Blossom reveals some bizarre traditions of the town, like publicly executing people with dangerous diseases, it makes Melida even more uneasy. Cufa has realized her suffering and takes her on a date to feel better. Melida reveals her wish of spending most of her time with Cufa and it makes him really happy. No one has ever said such sweet words to him before. Besides Rose, Blossom has adopted many other children as well. Sadly, they all get killed mysteriously. As Cufa is missing, Blossom accuses him of the incident and orders his arrest. Melida is not ready to accept this all and decides to investigate herself. Media also offers her help because Cufa asked her to take care of Melida. Media is working like a normal instructor in the academy right now, so Melida accepts her offer gladly. They look through the mystery spots together and find a dungeon hidden inside a house. Blossom must have declared it a dangerous spot because he doesn't want people to discover it. A huge number of corpses are lying over there, including the person who was executed recently. Media guesses that these citizens were killed during the experiment of inserting a night gene factor in them, which can lead a person to get mana artificially by becoming a lycanthrope. Suddenly, Melida hears voices again and rushes outside. Rose has been found brutally injured with Ellis beside her. Blossom and other townsmen still suspect Cufa and decide to use Melida as a hostage. Luckily, Shenfa informs Melida beforehand and she escapes. Afterwards, she goes to search another mystery spot where she finds a hidden library. There she gets her hand on a research journal of Blossom which reveals all the insensitive experiments he performed. Suddenly she gets attacked by Rose, who doesn't seem in her senses and radiates blue vampire mana. Kyufa comes over too and gets into his complete vampire form. Melida is left in a deep shock seeing this all. Kyufa tells her that he's going to erase all the memories she made with him, as Kyufa is afraid that Melida will hate him after knowing his identity as a vampire. Melida refuses and declares that she doesn't care if anyone trusts Kyufa or not. She will always stay beside him no matter what. Hearing this, Kyufa feels satisfied and tells her what happened 7 years ago. A powerful lycanthrope named Nakwa teamed up with Blossom and performed the Night Gene experiment on Kyufa and Rose. The White Knights Guild came to kill the lycanthropes, but Kyufa asked for mercy by offering his lifelong service. Moreover, he assured Rose won't thirst for blood like a vampire because he erased her memory. As they grew up like siblings, Kyufa didn't want Rose to ever get harmed. After telling this all, he requests Melida to interrupt Rose's wedding, as it's just a plan of Nakwa to increase his army. Nakwa reveals his true form and tries to escape, but Kyufa succeeds in killing the monster with the help of Academy students. Rose has recovered her memory, but Kyufa can't take the risk of letting her lose control of her desire for human blood. Therefore, he seals her memories again. Before leaving the town, Kyufa heals Blossom's wife, for the sake of whom Blossom helped Nakwa. This act of kindness was a payoff for bringing up Kyufa, who was a helpless orphan child. The academic year is about to end, but before that it's time for the annual Vibria Goat Librarian Certification Exam. Though it's not for first-year students, the headmaster suggests Melida and Ellis join in order to gain experience. Decides that another issue is arising for Melida, whom she assumed a friend was actually a spy. Mule had collected samples of Melida and Ellis's mana, which revealed that Melida's mana is different from Paladin. She passes this information to Duke Serge Shixel, who decides to reveal the secret publicly. The next day, a masked man appears in the academy and claims to be Melida's father. Though he runs away, Kyufa is afraid that the rumors about Melida's origin are rising again. He suggests Melida to prove her capability in the librarian certification exam. Vibria Goat is not some regular library. It is divided into different layers possessed by ghosts of previous employees. After students enter the library with their headmistress, Felgus comes to the academy and tells Kyufa that his job is done here. Melida will no longer study in the academy after the previous incident. Kyufa tries to convince him of Melida's potential, but Felgus has no intention of changing his decision. In between the discussion, they receive a letter from Grimfist Guild which hints that Melida is in danger. Meanwhile, descending down the library, students face a sudden incident and Melida and Ellis drop on a layer alone. However, they continue their research along with fighting the ghosts, but they get surprised to see Mule and Salacha there. Mule says that she wants to help Melida and Ellis in passing the exam and takes them to another layer. There they complete the task of arranging books and receive their reward. Salacha can't hold it in anymore and tells Melida that this exam is a trap to get proof of her actual mana. Mule snatches away the proof and runs away while the other three girls follow her. Meanwhile, the other students and the headmistress reach a deeper layer where they get attacked by the disciples of Grimfist Guild. Fortunately, Kyufa makes it in time to save them. However, his attacks are ineffective against ghosts. Williams joins in and defeats the ghosts. Despite him being a lycanthrope, Shenfa thanks him for helping them out. A few other intruders have also attacked the academy, but Rose handles that efficiently. The White Knights Guild's boss Oyagi has come to meet Williams as he showed interest in joining the guild. Williams wants the research of turning lycanthropes back to humans in exchange for leaking criminals' information. Moreover, Oyagi orders Kyufa to investigate what Shixels are after, and he needs to hurry as Melida is in danger. Mule transports Melida and other girls into an imaginary world representing a court. Serge Shixel and other noble family members are also there. They all accuse Melida of not being the biological daughter of Felgus. Melida bravely talks in her favor and confesses that she has mana of samurai, but she still has the skills and strength for being a member of the angel family. To test her, Serge orders Salacha to have a battle. Despite Salacha's original powerful mana, Melida succeeds in defeating her. The audience is convinced of Melida's capability, but Serge hasn't given up yet. He sends another evil culprit. Melida and the girls help the audience to escape but get trapped themselves. Kyufa comes to their rescue and joins hands with Melida to defeat the enemy together. All the students have safely made it back to the academy. The rumors about Melida are finally dying. The culprit behind the attack on Melida was a member of Crest Legion, but he escaped before getting caught. Therefore, the whole truth still remains in darkness. On the bright side, Frugal has finally accepted Melida as her daughter and believes that she got the samurai mana from her great-grandmother. Before leaving, Frugal hands over the responsibility of her daughter to Kyufa.